Isn't that the most brilliant view you've ever seen?
I'm not in the frame of mind to enjoy sunrises right now.
Clearly.
Why aren't you freaking out? We're in unknown territory with no idea what's around the corner.
I have the best weavers in the Maida by my side. The first to enter the Enclave in half a century. And my quartermaster is devoting herself tirelessly to ensure that we're all safe. My wing's sore, but hey, nothing's perfect.
The view is stunning. Unimaginably beautiful.
Yeah, just give me a minute. I'm just working on the getting the highlights done for the last VOD with Mike Ray and Fat Princess. Want to get it over with, but I don't have to do it later on. Just give me a bit. Almost done. Then I need to export it soon. All right. And this fat goblin. Publish highlights. So I need to wait for a bit for these highlights to publish. So we'll just do something right now. I'll check my armors and all that stuff, and come back to that. Then did I minimize OBS? Yeah, my goodness. Yeah. So one thing I did yesterday is that when I went back on this game, I did lower some of the detail down for this game so that the encoder won't be overloaded on OBS. Hopefully that does fix some problems with the frame rate and the bit rate as well. Because I checked the last stream and it was kind of rough to watch. It was kind of rough. But yeah, hopefully that's good. One thing I was gonna do though, I want to make the feed bigger. I'm gonna make sure I have the yeah, okay, screenshot it. Alright, so I'm gonna make this a bit more bigger. 85, 440, and 69. And check the photos. I took a picture of it. I want to make sure. Thing. I mean, I could have just reverted back to like just Shift Z. Okay, yeah, it's the same. All right.
Doing all right, sir?
Apart from impending death, I'm...
So 85 to 77.
No, the news about the flood is...
That's well...
It's going to be okay.
Why wouldn't it
No,
be?
it's 8.
Raw magic merely burns.
69. But it's just slightly bigger. Is 5 down. Yeah, 5 down. You know, I'm gonna move the chat box and the inputs a bit back as well. It's wrong at here. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll see how that looks like. I've been thinking about making game figure a bit more bigger. Oh yeah. Hopefully that looks good. I'm gonna look at my phone just to make sure. Kind of a delayed start to this, but just wanted to get out the way. I was trying to remind myself to do it before I started the stream, but wanted to get the highlights out of the way. I need to go check because I need to export them. Why is Twitch just messing up on my phone? Okay, I think it being bigger is a lot more better. It maybe feels a bit more cramped. No. So I'll see how that goes. I'll see how that goes. Let me see how it was in the last one. Yeah, it's a bit more cramped now. I feel. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it rock for now. Almost done. Just let me get these highlights out the way. Export it to YouTube. Yeah. dun. 6/30, 2025. Export and Fat Goblin. Almost done. Six 30, 2025. And export. All right, cool. I'm pretty sure the export's gonna be very quick. But yeah, I'll make it public whenever I'm done streaming for the day. All right. Cool. Didn't meant to pause there, but it is what it is. What do I want to do? Talk to Casman. She's still uptight about being in unknown territory, which is understandable. But she's having her own freak out. F100. I could just upgrade this. I don't really have enough strands on me. I was gonna wait. I'm gonna keep farming strands and stuff like that. Right. This is just a weave strand, right? Yeah. I want to check if I have anything. Right. Oops. Okay, yeah. Who would I want to fight again? Oh, I can level this up, actually. I could just do it. Who did I got this from? Oh, no, I didn't get it from nobody. I just already had it. What new things do I have on? Oh, yeah. I remember this. Yeah. Wait. Why did I thought... No, this armor is part of the DLC, right? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, okay. I thought... I legit thought this one was a DLC. But no. Bonus armor. I don't know which one I have on me. I think it was max magic. Oh yeah. I need to find flame turn leather.
I've always wanted to build something like this.
Windskull bracers. Was magic regeneration. Is max magic. I could go to the new area because I might get some new things from there. Really considering it. see. We'll see how this goes. If I see it pop up on OBS, I will lower it down. Did I ever got the? No, I don't think I ever got a harvest bring the glass tail. You'll tell me if I did. It seems the glass needs to be stunned for the locust to truly open. Perhaps there's a way to take advantage of its penchant for leaping recklessly at distant enemies. When is there a specific thing that gets him enraged? Like, is there a specific indicator that enrages him? Instead of just him just leaping? I want to try again. I'm very curious. Okay, coding overloaded. That's what I needed to see. So let's just do medium, 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 medium. Let me have this on high. Yeah, let's... Okay, it's good so far. No, it's still overloaded. It might just be that way, to be honest. Turn down the foliage. Oops, wrong one. Put everything on medium. That would change much, but you need to test it out. Yeah, still overloaded. So it is what it is on it. It's not popping up so much. It pops up when there's an enemy to fight. So it's gonna get more worse when I fight the big one. Alright, just to be sure. Let me read this entire thing. It's vicious, intelligent hunter when hungry. These terrifying beasts can freeze and could consume whole herds of crow in a single day. Of course, the hunt is more densely populated. We have written accounts from several points who have succeeded in harvesting brands from the glasstail, and they all concur. Locust is buried deep into the Mentor's neck. However, reaching this core of their magic through their dense furs is near impossible. So the mane needs to be burned off. Ooh. In turn, the numerous ice shards that cover its body head must be broken. This loss will make the glass-tail body try to regenerate them, making its locust flare and surface as it tries to freeze them. Gotcha. I thought I just had to go to the end and read it, but you have to read the entire thing just to make sure. Alright. Now I know. shit. I forgot about that. And he does this. I need you to be over here. Gee. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time fighting. Okay. Leap. Come on. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, no, it happened. Come on, you pushed me back. This is probably like the most ice I've seen it give out. Like, jeez, he's actually foaming up the fucking place and covering up the place. Yeah, of course that would happen. There we go. There's one more on his arm. I need to get that. He stunned himself. One. I need you to leap at me. There we go. There we go. That's beautiful. I like this so much. So I needed to do it one more time. Come on. There we go. Not showing. I break all the crystals. I did. I need to get the fur off his back as well. His tail. want to try something. Change colors. I feel like I changed colors. Nothing is showing. Still nothing yet. Did I damage it too much? Maybe it being weakened fucked it up. I'm not going to be doing any more damage to him. Unless I need to get the tail. The tail's done. Jeez. Maybe that'll do something, so I need to stun it again. This game's a lot for my laptop. Oh, yep, there it goes. Let's go.
Could always use more frost magic.
I love doing these things. I love how Pacific you gotta be. But yeah, my OBS keeps saying encoder overloaded. I don't exactly know what to do about that. I don't want to go to the video settings and mess with some of the things. I'm gonna look at my VOD and see how it looks. It's probably just stuttering everywhere. Yeah, bad it was dropping frames. Okay, it just looks okay. It's dropping frames there. And that wasn't that bad. It's dropping frames everywhere, but skip ahead. But yeah, it's dropping frames, but it's not at a Pyrite like glass string? No, okay, no, it's still pretty bad. I don't know. I don't think me lowering it too low is gonna help anything. Might just be stuck like this. I get anything from this one? Guess what? I think I got everything now. Still missing a lot of notes in this area. Hold on. What? Did I turn that one thing down? Good medium. See how that looks. And still encode and overload it. Oh. Shimmery and deadly, reaching up from the rent earth below. Oh, thanks. I forgot to burn them. Burn them or ice them. I mean at the target's point that will move. Fight and distract foes. If the minion takes too much damage, yeah. Ouch. Well, it wasn't that much damage actually. I want to see some. I can hit it. That was a big explosion. It's like there's so many things I'm missing in this area. I just don't know where. I checked this place in the demo. Oh shit. This was just the opening to the next area. Okay, hold on. I might just turn some of the things back up. Yeah, it just leads me to the swamp. Oh wait, I need to go there actually. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about the whole encoding overloaded. I could just minimize OBS, and after a while I can see how would that play go. Bleh. How would that go? If it does improve the performance, then that would be crazy. I didn't get annoying. Right. Been up there. Alright, so what was I looking for? Oh, Squash. What's this place called again? Waterval. Okay, there it is. Search Lucia's workshops in Weaver's Rest and Lower Denevron and Poderveld and Dredger's Mire. Oops. That's like getting rid of these crystals do anything positive. I feel like it doesn't, because they would just regenerate back. Might know where I'm headed, actually. Maybe not. I did want to get rid of all these crystals, get rid of all the ice in this area. There's a lot to do. Not too confident that it does. See me? It sees me. planting seeds, man. I have the quest, so just so it can pop up whenever I'm near. The one I'm going to was the mayor's place.
That aerolith can influence the weather.
Oh, okay.
Certainly why things are frozen over.
Malfunctioning, then.
Indisputably. The ice buildup must be causing a cyclical localized reaction.
Sure. I'll take care of it.
Good idea. Swampy environs and intense cold is bad even for Enclave parchment. Best to lower the risk.
Nice. Then a projectile I can throw. Does it clear the ice? Yes. Okay. I don't know if that's what that's what they said.
There.
Yeah.
Already warming up. Hope I didn't damage the priceless artifact too much.
Can't make an omelette, as they say.
A lot of notes here. Water damage from the cold and melt, though. Let's see. Materials. Huh. That's how you visualize a pattern. Lots of marginal notes. These have to be from Lucia. Ah, she mentions a flood in the later passages.
Perfect. We should check her other workshop, too.
Alright, Lord the Nevron.
You! Please?
I'm on it.
Nice. Gotta have another two-hander as well. That's the arc. Finally. There we go. And then drop some good stuff. I guess they're frozen or tempered. Let's keep exploring this town, village. Break that one, it seems. The entire thing. Oh. But now there's a lot more enemies going inside here now. Dude. Guess since I'm here, I could just fight the Ark, just so I just have a strand on my persons. These enemies are in here as well. It's up there, jeez. I don't know what you mean by last resort, but it's important, and I'll owe you everything. You'll get it out. That's all in here. Nope, still more. I know it's definitely making something in here. Maybe something that's unlike an Ark. Oh. Oh. Huh. I'm surprised I didn't see that. Interesting. Let's get rid of this one. Give this rest. I suppose I could. Yeah, I'm just gonna go fight the Ark. Exploring this a bit more. I feel like I explore everything I need to in this area. There's rocks around here. There you are. Yeah, one shot. Ooh, that was close. No. shit, I gotta move on this one. Yep. Oh! Oh, shit, I'm low on health, I just realized. Keep breaking out of that quickly. Fucking hell. And I think I'd be having this harder of a time trying to fight this. I didn't think I'd be such poor health when fighting me this hard. That should be enough. Just to make sure, it's just so I don't fuck this up. Considered by the layer of carapace under the chest plate. Doing this again. I just wonder if I can like do something about it. Jeez. Would have been cool. That's not cool. That's not what I wanted to aim it at. Again. I would have such more health. I went the other way. How'd they even lose me? Okay, yeah, he was just showing look for me. He's about to do it again. He's about to run? Oh. Okay, that's what I say. What hit me? Is someone shoot at me? There we go. Dude, okay, I can sit with it. And just get rid of all of these, I guess. That's it. So, okay, another check just to see how it looked. I'm pretty sure I was still dropping a lot of frames. Pretty sure. Why did it look so smooth on that part? Okay, wow. I'm looking at it for a couple of seconds. I'm not really dropping that much frame. That's actually odd. Very peculiar. I turned some things up. Maybe just this arc. This arc in this environment. Maybe it's just fine there. It looks so smooth now. What the hell? If the entire thing is smooth when I minimize OBS, then at least I get to know what was one of the issues. So I have the new weapon, it's the two-hander. I want to use it, but do I have the resources for it? Oh yeah, I wanted this one. I could have stricken Earth, which I think I just got. I don't think so. Oh, it's purple. It's purple. I probably got it. This? No. Leak Arc of the Tower. Underwork chest. Underwork chest, huh? Sanity damage. Only from the Arc of Stricken Earth. This might be worth going for, but damn, it might be annoying just trying to just do this on stream every time. Honestly, it might be best to go for it offline, but I'll see how I feel. Wait, no, hold on. My two-handers are at 145. Aren't they? $142, 138. So oh, this is the one I was wow. Okay. This is one I already made. I thought I didn't made it. But it's just weaker than the other in terms of strength. Low weapon power, lower heat resistance, lower code, and higher weight. I need to probably dismantle this. It was almost similar to what I had for it before. It's 12,643. The first one is 6. But I'm getting back 12. The third one was 3. Huh. Well, I only leveled it up 2 times, actually. I guess that's fair. I don't know. I think I'm getting the math wrong. But this. Why is the weight 22? Okay, no, never mind. It's not. It doesn't compare to a lot of these. If they do add the thing to where you can have the armor on, but you can replace it with a certain costume, but it doesn't affect your stats, that would be nice. Which I'm pretty sure is in the plans. What I wanted to make? Wait, I know that. Oh yeah, never. Right, I want to dismantle this. Make a new one. Whoa. Cinder infused linen. Linen. Warms pleasantly to touch. Remarkably wear. Heat resistant. Open source article linen flame, of course.
The tricky part's the balance.
8. That's actually really good. It's actually really good. Goodbye, Ascending Strike for now. Lower the Nevron. If it's rest, okay. I found all the looting gates. So this won't be in the path of the big fight. You can probably see me from far away. But yeah, I should be fine. Worst thing that could happen is that it pulls me from a great distance. can't do it when I'm jumping. Wait, can I do it when I'm... Oh, that's cool. I need to start using these special abilities on while I'm climbing. There's like no way I'm not dropping frames in this one. Coming around. Not gonna wait for him. Alright. Might be under here. Fucking hell.
Weaver's Rest. Said to be a common place for weavers in Lowtown to gather.
Let them fight. No.
The record said this place was registered to our enchantress of interest, Lucia. It sure doesn't look like a saboteur or smuggler's den. On the workings of Archons by L. de Crassus. Seems promising. Dom?
Certainly topical. There were references to it in those notes you found, come to think of it. Definitely bring it back. Another piece of the puzzle.
Alright. That's that one chest I missed. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff here. Did I just not see it before? Alright, I think I might just go to the new area. Because I'm hoping for a new ability for the sword and shield. Oh. What? Wait, that's the strand I got from the Ark of the Stricken Earth? What? What? I can't complain, but I'm just confused. Breaking down some more. Now can now create more ice before running out of magic. Yeah. And that's. Huh.
Any luck with the materials we gathered from Lucia's workshops?
Yes. I'll let Sev fill you in.
We started with the book. which was painfully dry and highly theoretical.
Unsurprising. The Enclave was notoriously tight-lipped about the construction of the arcs.
The book was still useful, as it contained a number of craft-specific terms, shorthands and annotations, all critical. Referencing the book clarified the notes.
Without it, they bordered on deranged rant, especially at the end.
Sort of a window into her thinking.
We suspect Lucia spent a long time in isolation while working on these.
She covered many topics, but the most prominent was her work into the Flood.
Her workshop was a little brisk, even for my tastes. Any idea why?
She was fascinated with Enclave technology, specifically the dismantling, disruption, and repurposing of it.
Remember our talk about the aeroliths and how they could influence the weather? When the effect is accidentally concentrated, it can be quite intense. We suspect she was experimenting with the aerolith in relation to the floods. She predicted their start.
How do those devices I found with her mark on them tie into all of this?
In her final notes, her obsession shifted from the Enclave's leadership to the miasma flood. She was determined to find a way to stop it. On one hand, she looked to the aeroliths as a mitigation. Could they repel the miasma?
In the end, her answer was no. And so she turned to disruption. We think the arcs were tests. Could she shut them down?
And if so, could she shut down something larger?
She was clearly successful at least once. Maybe twice if we count the one outside the Veil.
Indeed, and when we're doing more general questions, that is what we must talk about.
We know the Hearthsiders spent years working in Denevron after the Surge. Why do we think Lucia ended up so far from the capital?
It's evident she disagreed with the leaders of the Enclave and gathered others around her who agreed. There's talk of several meetings taking place in the Mire, most likely to be away from prying eyes.
Called her group the Verdant Minds. Very planty.
I like it. It's poetic.
Who exactly was Lucia? It seems like she had a lot going on.
Brilliant, but disturbed. She harbored a severe hatred of Enclave leadership, bordering on obsession.
Reams of fiercely colorful text, just to say some very rude things, especially about the Eye, their leader.
She was also, at one point, one of the most respected enchanters in the Enclave. She worked on something she refused to name, but was clearly of deep significance to the Enclave itself. Called it the source of all our problems.
Sadly, she only danced around that subject, and never offered details.
All intriguing information. But we should focus on the Flood. Does she have an answer for us?
Partially. This is the design.
Her research led her to one conclusion: to stop the floods. She needed to disrupt a barrier of some sort. The frustrating thing is that she never explains what barrier or where it could be found.
She assumed, unfortunately, that anyone else reading it would know what she was talking about.
Her design is detailed and specific. The device it would create inverts the flow of magic in enchanted objects, disrupting them for a time.
We think the devices we found on the Arks were prototypes, small experiments to determine efficacy and duration.
So what's the catch? If the floods are still happening, clearly she didn't build one.
Lucia's thimble, as she calls it, requires some highly specialized components. It has to withstand considerable magical flow, far more than what's produced by an arc.
It's like how mass scales exponentially. Just because you can build a scale model of an aqueduct doesn't mean the real thing can support its own weight.
If, and it is a very big if, we could find those components, we could construct Lucia's thimble. We have the expertise.
We'll find them. It's just a matter of time.
I only hope we have enough.
The other thing we'll need is a source of magical flame. Solar's mantle won't be enough by itself.
I can handle that part easily. Okay, so we have clear next steps. Just one more thing. What happened to Lucia?
The flood. Our best guess, at any rate. There's no sign of her.
Oh, maybe she used to stalk her. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Sailing.
Now that there's a flood of raw magic on our heels, shouldn't we be looking for a way out?
Zev, the Ark is broken. Do you have any ideas on how else we can get out of here?
No, but we can't be sure the Hearthsiders will lead us to safety. Why chase them down?
There's a degree of uncertainty that comes with being a weaver.
I'm not... Never mind. I keep thinking about how angry those notes were.
Lucia's?
Yes. The tone was acidic, and she clearly felt she'd been betrayed. Not in the general sense. It was personal. I just wish she'd been more clear about by whom.
I wonder if the whole barrier thing, that like if we won't be able to get it, maybe our stalker potentially might understand what she meant. Wait. Oh, okay. Other armors do I have on me? I'm not gonna be stronger than the one I have currently, but this one gives me bonus health. Wait. I think I can make an armor stronger than this. Wait, I can upgrade it. Damn, so I can't use the refined serenite. Rare parts, flame resonance. I know. I'm pretty sure I know where to get that one from. The rare parts, however. $39. Doesn't seem that worth it. I don't have this, do I? I do. Not strong enough. So okay, hold on. I want to see something about the weight. Does it make my attacks faster, or it just makes me run faster? Okay, I don't think she talks about it. But it's probably gonna be like the one thing where, okay, lowers weight, increase speed, extends jumping, and reduce stamina when climbing. Okay, okay, that helps to know. Okay, but increased speed that just means with running and running in attacking, or just running. Let me see if I have difference of weights between armors. 26, 20, 22, 17. I'm not in a fight, so she's sad. Yeah, she's worried. Alright. And the DLC armor being strong, it's not surprising. Yeah, it's at a very good start. This kind of no reason for me to take this off unless I want to like get a different attachment to it. But yeah. I'm trying to change some things, but I don't even have on my legs. Opportunist, high griefs. It's a lot of weight. I think I'd probably just keep this on for now. Alright. Let's finally do this.
Where am I? Underground?
That barrier almost looks like the veil.
It must be the one Lucia wrote about in her notes.
And the panel looks like our scry. Anyone know what it is?
No idea.
Similar design to a scry, but it looks like it's a permanent installation. Like it interfaces with the room. Could this be the harness?
Must be. It seems like Asylum involved sealing away whatever's beyond this barrier.
With this discovery and everything else you found, I should be able to piece together what Asylum actually was.
Wasn't expecting that. What are they keeping within? Well documented that across the Maida, the search was catastrophic. However, primary documents found within the Bastion are the first to shed light on what those impacts may have been behind the Enclave's veil. The minutes of a war room meeting among the Enclave's highest-ranking military officials, dated in 1020, indicate that following the surge, casualties plateaued for a while before beginning to rise again sometime around 1015. 5 years later, at the time of the aforementioned meeting, the casualty rate was high enough that the remaining Reavers were in danger of Reavers were in danger of being overcome entirely. The exact cause of these casualties is inconclusive. It's not difficult to hazard a guess that the same natural disasters that ravaged parts of the Maida following the surge would have played a factor in the Earthsiders' deterioration inside the Veil. Our points explorations comprehensively demonstrate that the Enclave's landscape and the settlements have been torn apart by earthquakes, and its extreme weather fluctuations frequently render its environments inhospitable. In addition, the dangers of wild creatures clearly intensified the longer they were exposed to wild magic in the wake of the surge. These very threats would undoubtedly result in casualties within a long-suffering population. In addition to this, a research paper was found within a military workshop for enchanters. Oh, this is a long read. Enchanters, dated in 1010, entitled "Observing Art Degradation." Okay, let me read that again. Okay, yeah. This paper raises another theory. Perhaps the Ark's hostility had contributed to the survivors' rising casualties. Initially, our band had pondered the question of whether the Ark's hostility was an act of defense from the surviving Reavers here. This paper proves otherwise. It would appear that there was an expected and nowhere amount of behavior degradation. Oh, wow. According to the Enclave's head of the defensive weaving, Cornelius Trad, however, over the course of the following 10 years, the Ark began turning against their own creators, until all had become hostile by 1010. Trad believes that something sinister was at play, noting this was far more than a repair malfunction. Summarized, it is difficult to conclude with certainty which, if any, of these factors are what led to the devastation casualties among the survivors. This is in large part due to mass censorship ordered by the Enclave's highest-ranking official, the Eye. Thus, most of the records we have found pertaining to the residents' casualties are heavily redacted. However, in a letter to the Bastion's commander, Karin Stelnide expressed concern that details of their crisis were being leaked to a dissenting group of civilians who might aspire to thwart Asylum. This detail allowed us to tighten the scope of our research significantly. What was Asylum? We can say with certainty that Asylum was a defensive measure that was enacted in 1026 as a response to the rising casualty rate, in that it involved setting an underground portion of the city behind a magical barrier not dissimilar to the veil surrounding the Enclave. Given that we still have yet to encounter any Earthsiders, it would be easy to conclude that the surviving population of the Enclave was sealed inside this barrier for safekeeping from the various threats that escalated from following the surge. It is important to note that there is no solid evidence to confirm this. This could be due to the fact that the Asylum was a covert military operation, and thus, the Enclave took care not to document the location of their safe haven. That would be reasonable estimation, but it is important to note that this is pure speculation until we find further proof of what Asylum barriers contain. now we need to figure out what really caused the degradation. What is the eye attentions? Because initially I just assumed that behind the veil is a lot of noble people living there, but I'm expecting something far more sinister than that. I wouldn't be surprised if there's just noble people who live inside there.
I know we need to discuss the barrier and its potential ties to the flood. But want to give me a rundown of the research first?
Of course. Years after the surge, there was an inexplicable spike in casualties.
You don't think it's due to the arcs going hostile?
Well, that may be part of it, but we can't be certain due to the information blackout. All we know is that it nearly wiped the Hearthsiders out. What seems to have saved them was Asylum's execution. A defensive measure that involved sealing the underground behind a magical barrier.
Almost like the Veil.
Exactly like the Veil.
It's got to be where the Hearthsiders went, right? Remember, the letter mentioned they were evacuated from the city.
To an undisclosed location. We have no real confirmation that they are down there.
But it would make sense, wouldn't it? After all, asylum can mean shelter or safekeeping.
It can also mean prison.
Yep.
I know everyone wants an easy answer to where they went, but something just doesn't add up. You would think there would be at least one document linking Asylum to the evacuation of the city, and there simply isn't.
Yeah, it's a lot more sinister things going on.
So the Enclave didn't just hide information from the rest of the Maida, but their own people as well.
Judging from the secrecy and a few of the letters you found, I would guess that high-level officials were paranoid. Clearly, not everyone was in favor of this measure, and some might have wished to thwart it.
People like Lucia.
And a dissenting group known as the Verdant Minds that she had ties to. Though it's entirely unclear what those ties were.
Okay, so it might not be noble people down there, but maybe the eye's closest people that he can trust, or
Khan Stanild gave the orders to execute Asylum. Do we know anything else about him?
Judging from the series of letters between him and the commander, it would seem that, at the time, he was recently elected. And judging from the frequency with which he followed up on the commander's progress with Asylum, this defensive measure was a key pillar in his political platform. He seemed to grow increasingly concerned with his popularity among civilians in the most recent letters.
Ugh, isn't that kind of slimy?
Yep.
Leveraging a security crisis to consolidate political influence. Yes, it's incredibly slimy and effective.
And the commander? Do we know what happened to him?
It would appear that Asylum was executed successfully, so perhaps he is still alive. But until we find the Hearthsiders, we can't know for sure.
You said the casualties spiked long after the surge. Can you elaborate on what might have caused this?
This is truly the thousand-fairer question. With the information blackout, I can't find a concrete link to the cause across hundreds of pages. Arc hostility could certainly be a factor. Clearly, numerous Weavers were killed by their own defenses. The recorded minutes from other meetings in the war room illustrate a long period of geological instability following the surge as well. Aftershocks and earthquakes and Well, not to mention the outskirts grew more dangerous each year as the creatures were allowed to breed unculled. But these threats seemed to plateau in the early years after the surge. There is no mention of the spike that resurfaced and prompted asylum.
That's so strange.
It is.
So, back to the barrier. Think it's the one Lucia was trying to take down?
Yes, the very same. She was right, too. It's causing the miasma floods. The raw magic that off-gasses from the veil is what causes the tangles to cluster at its base. In speaking with Darm, we theorized that this second barrier could potentially be doing the same thing. Except in a more pressurized environment, like, say, within a barrier of kinetic magic.
We don't get small pockets of raw magic like tangles. We get floods of it.
Precisely.
So we need to remove Asylum's barrier to stop the flood. Lucia's thimble could undo the barrier, but we don't have the parts to build it yet.
Those parts just became essential.
Alright. So recover symbols of cipher writing from the supply drops, then assemble around the cipher code as we're playing. Okay. But I still need to craft it, so I'm pretty sure I need to fight the Arc of Stricken Flames. Of the Living Flame. I need to fight this one. My standpoint was able to gather on without watching observation. Seems the locus of his powers is at the center of the pillar of fire that drops on top of his head. That burns on top of his head. That is not to say that the pillars of fire is the only place where it drops power. There seems to be additional load-bearing loci around his body and staff, which I suspect may be stores of raw magic that it draws upon to create its violent ghosts of fire. The information we gather, our working theory is that one may be able to reach those additional small loci and damage them to destruct the crown of flame. If this theory holds, the crown should be quenched, allowing access to its main locus point, as Dom commented when we were comparing those. One way to find out. Okay. That's going to be an interesting fight. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm very hungry. So, be right back. Alright, this one. Alright, be right back. I'm already here. I'm just uploading the VODs on my channel. Almost done. Give me a second. No, I like it. I'll upload it here. Add it to the playlist. I don't say gonna work. Let's get started. All right. All right.
Around his ankles never fails to make me laugh.
Why did you keep the belt?
As a keepsake. Besides, it could be useful. You never know.
Okay. So gotta fight the living flame. Up there. Got 2 Ash Peak dragons. Seriously? Okay, he's here. It's gonna be on the one spot, I'm pretty sure. Oh, right. This is the yeah, the one with the elevator. I got so confused. Second. Okay. But yeah, he should be over here. Don't see why he wouldn't be. He's not where I expected him to be. Not up there. It has to be around this area. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot to get this. I was watching one of my VODs. And I clearly missed this somehow. He's as far as back as his founders, ties, and unknown associates are detailed. There he is. Yeah, okay. Let's say. Damn. Nice shot. Damn. Oh, don't run. Okay, hold on. Before I go overboard. There seems to be additional load-bearing loci around his body and stuff, which I suspect may be stores of war magic that it draws upon to create violent belts of fire. Reach those additional small loci and damage them to disrupt the crown of flames. If this theory holds, the crown should be quenched. Yeah, but it's staff though. That's unfortunate. Keep resisting though. I couldn't move. Okay, I got this one. Oh, I didn't. Now I got him. I'm stuck. Shoulder, because I need to rest. Moving. Actually, hold on. Avoidance. Whoa. Okay, so I'm messing something up. Let's go to his stuff now. I can't get to his stuff. I saw you coming too. Come on. Oh, just go away. That wasn't helpful. There we go. What exactly am I looking for? Stuff. Ah, shit. That caught me. I feel like if I go after his arms, it's gonna die. Something I don't want to do. Doesn't seem there's anything I can do with its I feel like I'm going to kill him with this. Yeah, I can't do that one. Are there any ice? I see. Okay, I got it.
The only way to strengthen a power is through active harvest.
I got it. Do that again. You know, I should have checked to see if he dropped anything. Oh well. Oh, it's assuming they're gonna do a lot more damage this time. Unless they're just not around. No, I think I'm hearing it. Yeah. Those are definitely footsteps. Oh, wow, what the hell? Oh, I got the look guy. I see it. I see it. Can you hit a step thing again? You know, actually, I might be able to get away with it. That's already got it. That didn't work. on, burn. But it's probably already destroyed already. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think it's destroyed. What else am I missing? I see it. I see it. No. I still climbed on. Exactly what I needed. This fire is still up, so I'm assuming it's out the arms now. Don't see it on the arms. Does it only show up on his staff when he uses it? Or they actually had it going. Okay, not working. Did I just start destroying parts of him now? Not working. No, okay, I'm good. Hold on, let me read. One may be able to reach those additional small lookouts and damage them to disrupt the current of flames. That's stunned, but fire's not quenched. Okay. I need. I'm gonna wait for him to throw his staff down. Fucker. about to do it. No. What does it take for you to do it? Did it once after a punch. About to do it again? No. Don't know what. Oh, I see it. I see it now. Yeah, okay, yeah, I definitely see it. Gotta get it off. Can't make that jump. There we go. Okay, yeah, I like that. You really have to look for it.
Always do with a little heat.
Got two of these now. I probably could have another if I didn't went back to base that quickly. That's it. I just take these for the hell of it. Down we go. It's not that elevator. It has to be this one. Oh no, just.
Should be a drop somewhere around here.
Oh, these chests. These are ones I was looking at the Lord, the Nevron. So.
Another notice. Drops must be completed and all runners to safety before the next predicted flood.
This confirms they have a way to predict the floods, and some way to stay safe.
Let's stay focused on our runners for now. That's all of them.
3 supply drops. Not a lot of answers.
I believe I can help with that.
Can I go to the Nevron to get more? I'm gonna do that. I'll just teleport. Get all my stuff back in camp. We'll put all my stuff back in camp. Yeah, there's one specific place I know where the chests are. May know the second one. I kind of forgot though. Summon servant now has more health and deals more damage per attack. It's a larger radius. Ooh. It takes a lot to kill it when you spawn it. Another drill. Walker's Arch. Yeah, there's one right here, but I guess we really don't need it. Yeah. All right. What are you here again for? Oh, right. Plain resonance. I thought that was what I have on me. Guess not. Oh, right, it's this one. It was this one. Encryption is always a delicate balance between odds of discovery, intensity of encryption, and circumstances of discovery. Our runners, apparently, recognizing the odds of discovery were low and having to pass messages out in the field, opted for a reasonably simple rotational cipher. Perhaps it was one they learned as children and repurposed to communicate in a way the Enclave leadership wouldn't find. While the notes use considerably shorthand, taken together they make it clear that now all is well with the Hersiders. Suspicions were running high, and supplies acquisitions seems to have become steadily more dangerous over time.
Yes, and if the R is with the numbers of false increment that just indicates spaces. Ah!
Got it?
Yes. I'll translate all that we have and we can discuss it with Casmin.
Good stuff, Lane. We need all the information we can get.
And valuable insight into post-surge society that developed here.
Quest complete.
Well, Codebreakers, how are we feeling?
Satisfied. We have enjoyed reasonable success. That's Lane's way of saying they crushed it. Notes being passed between a brother and sister, quite candid, and dissatisfied. In particular with their boss, who they refer to as the Grumple.
The Grumple?
A Renlund myth, where ill-behaved children would be gathered up in a sack and tossed into the river to drown at the end of the year.
Bye.
The Grumple, yes. Renland fables prominently feature drowning as a punishment for children.
Oh.
The myth has fallen out of favor in recent decades, though. Ren society is less forgiving of flights of fancy.
The Grumpole. Really?
Really.
Moving swiftly on. What else did the drop say?
Remember that ominous note about tracking individually in specific teams?
From the context provided by our hauler, we now know a significant number of Hearthsiders survived the surge.
But only just surviving. They relied on the runner-hauler teams. But supplies consistently went missing. There is also a sense that the Enclave was getting increasingly dangerous for the Scouts.
The floods, of course.
With supplies running thin, the supply teams were falling under suspicion of stealing.
This pair responded with the entirely reasonable, if exhausting, plan of overperforming.
I've done that job, Lane. Sometimes you just need to prove the ass in charge wrong.
Indeed. They collected a cache of rare items they were planning to turn in when they felt its size and value would erase any suspicion.
Do we know if they turned it in?
No, but we know what it was. Or is.
And that's where I come in.
Just for a large cage below the tattered mantle or the never. Wait. Isn't that where I was at? Hold on. Let's see something. Okay. The tattered mantle, right? Yeah, okay. Is there anything else I could do? Quest, that's what I'm trying to look for. Okay, this epic hunts. Weave the harvesting strand to master its snare and blast ability. Haven't fought this one yet. I think next stream I'll go ahead and fight it. Probably do need to change my armor. I think I would like to have less weight. Not just like for moving faster, but just lower stamina when climbing. If I do go for less weight, I would definitely have to use armor that has whoa. That was cool. That has less, not less, but more armor and more oh. I went the wrong way. Because I have to climb these slow if I want to make more distance. Wait, did I run the wrong way? Could have been going to the right way, but is that a cave? Yeah, I've never been in this one. Oh, I did it. All right. Don't blow up.
Oh, wow. Everything all right?
Yeah. There's just so much.
Oh wow, 5?
Oh. And a letter.
Holy
Coded
shit.
like the others.
Can't wait to work it out.
I got 5 from that. And this area is done. So long, little one. I like how they just follow me around. Hold on. Before I talk to Cass, man. Bro, just so much. Jeez. Wow. Get this from Ark of the Living Flame and Leak Ark of the Sheer. I want to save this for the Flame two-hander. But yeah, I'll wait. But I need to build a new set of armor. What do I have for the arms? Magic regeneration. It's like a case there that one of them is going to be increased. Wow. Oh, wow. I like this. I like this one. Where'd I get this from?
Nice to work on something a little lighter every once in a while.
More still, Nick. I scrap something that probably has it. I don't know why I changed this shield like that.
Form and function.
Mm-mm-mm.
If that doesn't keep you safe, I don't know what will.
Bonus health is bonus armor. One more armor anyway. This is just whatever.
Worth the materials, I'd say. That's an intimidating silhouette.
So I have bonus health on my head, bonus armor on my arms, lightweight on my torso, more armor. Or torso. Now, what do I do for this one? Max magic. Huh. I don't have magic regeneration for this one. Interesting. Want to see the comparison again? 105. Our neck on the reship, but I just need to see. definitely reach. Just about. It does it for weapon power. In terms of weapon power. Yeah. Cold resistance and heat resistance is a bit low, especially. No, the cold resistance is a bit higher. Okay. With the weight of the same, the heat resistance is just about. Alright, cool. Get rid of this. I didn't do shit for it. I need to find more leg gear.
So, the letter. I'm prepared for bad news.
How did you know?
They were collecting supplies for other survivors. We know someone is out there. The supplies never made it to them. That, and the tear stains.
Is that what that was? Yes, well, there's a lot to cover. We have the cache itself and our scrounging siblings.
We should at least give you the high-level details on both. Where do you want to start?
Talk to me about the supplies.
They did astonishing work. If I weren't sure they're both gone, I'd hire them.
Indeed, a robust collection, including several enchanted objects we barely recognize.
They had a keen eye for things that could decay and took care to preserve them.
You two sound giddy.
If there's one thing Lane and I are passionate about, it's preservation of rare objects.
Were there any hints of more of these?
As far as we can tell, this was it. Their motherlode.
It's impressive one runner could gather this much, frankly.
Have you been working your magic, Casmin?
Obviously. Thank you for bringing everything back so carefully.
Anything of note?
Yes, but let's save that until we've done the other questions.
Mysterious.
Hmm.
That's enough about the cache.
Sure.
What did the final note say?
Yes, right. It was a farewell. One sibling disappeared. The runner.
I thought the runner of the pair was the one we found.
So did we. But this last message was a farewell to his sister. Apparently the Grumpole...
Really?
I know. But apparently their boss had been ordered to stop wasting resources on the search.
And so our hauler left this farewell, hoping his sister might find it on the off chance she was alive.
He was going to remove all their other messages so their plan wouldn't be found out.
We postulate he was on his way to do that when
When the flood caught him.
These people, however many are left, they've really been through it.
they might really need our help.
They're still organized and have a command structure. but it sounds dysfunctional.
I'm not going to say the name, but do we have any sense of who was giving their orders?
The Enclave's leader was called the Eye, a first of firsts, after a fashion. Elected from the masters of each craft, the High Smith, High Enchanter, and so on. Unfortunately, we don't have any details about their direct superior. I will spare you the name.
Did we confirm they weren't actually stealing from the Enclave?
The letter seems genuine. I think their plan was to bring in a big haul.
It says a lot about the Hearthsiders that our siblings thought this would clear any suspicion.
How so?
The cloud of suspicion tells us they were in dire times, tightening the screws on their own people.
But bring in a big load and we trust you. Doesn't that sound a little like a bribe?
So you think our runners were dirty?
No. I think the system's dirty, and they're just stuck working through it.
Is there anything we could do, do you think?
Sadly, no. But their story will live on in our chronicle.
Let's move on to something else.
Of course.
So, where do we go from here?
Good news. We compared notes with Dom. We found parts that will let us complete Lucia's thimble, from those schematics you decoded.
It has been a busy time. Solar will handle the assembly, of course.
I suppose the only other thing to say is, good job, Bryn.
Indeed. We have made progress in unraveling the shape of what the post-Surge society looks like in the Enclave. Further, these documents are invaluable to the historical record.
And maybe you put a couple souls to rest. Not to be sentimental.
All right. Let's go over everything we know so far.
We know that, for a time after the Surge, civilians continued to live in Tenebron until they were forced to evacuate the city. We're still not sure the cause.
Wherever the Hearthsiders went, they're still actively sending scouting groups to scavenge for supplies. From the uniform, the creeper who was watching Bryn sleep belongs to one of these groups.
We also know that a defensive procedure codenamed Asylum sealed access to the Enclave underground. This was done using a barrier almost exactly like the Veil.
Lucia, an ex-High Enchantress, opposed Asylum and began working on ways to sabotage it.
Her research forecasted that the barrier would cause the Enclave to flood with miasma. The very same flood that seems to have killed Lucia before she was able to finish her thimble.
But we have her design. It could disrupt Asylum's barrier.
So Lucia's thimble is the key to our survival.
It's less a key and more like a magical battering ram.
Whatever works.
What is it, Lane?
It's just, I've pored over all the documents we've compiled, and a concrete link between the evacuation plan and the underground is nowhere to be found. I can't shake the feeling we're missing something.
The Enclave destroyed a lot of information from their documents. Could that be why you can't find a link between Asylum and the evacuation?
I considered that. The Enclave may have hidden their location from Lucia.
Being a weaver isn't about being certain all the time. It's about taking calculated risks to carve a path forward. And regardless of the Hearthsider's location, disrupting the barrier is the only option to stop the flood.
You're right. I just hope that if we did miss something, it doesn't come back to bite us.
Even if it does, we will handle it.
That settles it. Bryn, it's time to use the thimble.
I don't have the resources, right? Oh. Okay, I got it.
A deadly flood of raw magic is just what we need.
Alright, since Yep, I was heading to there. this was fine. It was pretty fine. I was worried that it may look a little bit too off, but I just like the combination of armor. 27 slots. Level 4. 100. Wow. With the armor gone, not gone, but with not having the armor on me, I probably do need to. I might be forced to use the potions a lot more, you know, unless my balance. Oh, oh, oh. Interesting. Unlock options to dye materials at Solar's Forge. Bryn will be able to carry up to 5. Oh, dude. Lane. Okay, Lane. Damn. I guess I get the level 4 thing out the way. I don't use this much. I know where to get these if I ever need them. It'd be better to find a nest of them as well. I think I saw 2 locations on where is that. The Upper Denevron and Bastion. That is also available in our pack. Describe being able to pull up to 10 resources to safety. The ability to exchange resources for others will be a lot. Huh. So we'll be able to upgrade. Yep, level 5.
Our supply runners might be why there are so many crates gathered around the city.
Why do they reappear, though?
Dom and I have a theory. The arcs might still be partially functioning.
So, when they're not trying to kill me, they tidy up the place?
Like I said, a theory. But that was a big part of what they were built to do.
I have nothing to say. Oh, she has the chair now.
The half-siders are scavenging their own city. Things must be dire.
I'm worried about them after that particular discovery.
You've a kind heart, Bryn. Though I'll stick to worrying about us, if you don't mind.
Sebastian's it's good man. Good man. Can't hate him.
You know, there's one silver lining to the sad tale of our deceased runners.
What's that?
We know the Hearthsiders still have some advanced production capabilities. The materials they were gathering don't have much use for basic survival. Therefore, weapons, armor, and enchantments.
Any concerns about us claiming them?
None. They've been there long enough. Scavenger etiquette applies. These kinds of materials are too rare to let go to waste.
Before I get started on that.
A shame to lose such prodigious runners. They were really very good.
The Hearthsiders have had it harder than any of us expected.
Indeed. We shan't let their efforts go to waste. Lucia's thimble is within our reach thanks to them.
Oh.
I am going to be poring through Lucia's notes for years.
Fascinating stuff.
Perhaps not to everyone, but she was a brilliant enchanter. It's not often I read a marginal comment accompanied with a lewd doodle and go, flames, that's brilliant.
Wow. You gotta talk to everybody. Custom design and somewhat volatile. Enchanted device for disabling the asylum's barrier.
Thank you for your help with that, Bryn. You've a deft hand for flame magic. You can wear Sev's apprentice hat for one day. Also, Lucia knew what she was doing. This thimble was clearly designed to pair seamlessly with Enclave constructions.
Must be her experience as a high enchantress at work.
Based on Lucia's notes and what we discovered at the Bastion, this was custom designed to disrupt Asylum's barrier.
If it can stop the flood, we need to use it soon.
Agreed. We don't know how much time we have left.
Hold on. Okay, just for design. I was about to say. Let's see what we're facing in this area. Did I switch weapon? Yeah, I switched my arrow. Okay. Switch my arrow, switch my arms, switch my torso.
That console that looks like our scry should be the controls for the barrier. The thimble was built to interface with it.
Time to disrupt Asylum.
Oh shit. Yep, I knew it. Just to keep something from coming out. Frame drops. Yeah, they left. Okay, no, they're still here. Okay. Oh, we're just hiding. This is gonna be a lot more harder with them around, I believe.
Great timing. I owe you one.
You need to come with me. All of you.
Stalker. Unrival a mighty enchantment. Cassidon's Hold. Conclusion is safekeeping.
We mustn't cause a panic.
Sure. It's not like we had a dire supplies shortage on our hands before this happened.
What do I tell the High Enchanter? The Guild will want...
Enough. We won't discuss this further. Not in front of our guests. Identify yourselves.
Aurea Harpenay, or Silverbeak, as I'm known among Weaver circles. This is my band, and beside me is our acting point.
Bryn. And you are?
Khan Stunild, Eye of the Enclave. My colleagues are the Spindle and the Axle, representatives of the Enchanting and Crafting Guilds. Who sent you?
Sent us?
Tarza? Renland? Udea? The Enclave is the envy of the Maida for its magical prowess. Clearly one of those nations has finally grown a spine and decided to take it for themselves in our moment of weakness.
Moment.
No one sent us. We came here by accident.
What kind of fool do you take me for? You expect me to believe that you bypassed our veil, infiltrated our loom gates, and breached asylum without a national power backing you?
When you put it that way.
This is a misunderstanding. We're Weavers, like you. There was a brief opportunity to enter the Enclave for the first time in decades, and we took it. Everything we've done since we arrived has been to uncover what happened here after the Surge. And to find you.
If that is true, have you really no inkling of the trouble you've caused?
No.
Your reckless conduct has unleashed an enemy that nearly destroyed us 27 years ago.
The Surgeborn. They first appeared a little over a decade after the Veil went up.
Where did they come from?
No one knows. But they arrived in the Underworks before making their way to the surface.
Where they left a trail of destruction in their wake and wreaked havoc on the Enclave.
Causing casualties to rise.
And so I called for a retreat here, saving countless lives. We sealed the Surgeborn in the Underworks for good. Until now.
We've been here a little while now. Don't you think all of this could have been avoided if you'd properly said hello?
She's right.
This is hardly our fault.
Look, Surgeborn or not, we had no choice but to remove the barrier. Though, I suppose we owe you thanks for warning us about the floods.
Who warned you?
You did.
did we? I'll deal with you later.
While we can agree Arakim breached no contact protocol, it has proven to be the right decision. The floods were growing worse, and now they have stopped. Even if fixing them has introduced a new problem.
One my band would be more than happy to help you solve.
Ha! Work together.
Sorry to interrupt, but you mentioned your last name earlier. Any relation to Shireen Harpenay?
She was my mother. You know who she is?
Of course! I mean, before my time, obviously. But she's still renowned in the Enchanting Guild. Her work is remarkable. There's a statue of her in Denevron, you know?
Oh. I can't believe she didn't mention that.
There is so much I'd love to ask you, but for now, Aurea comes from a long bloodline of outstanding and renowned weavers. Shouldn't that buy her band some grace?
All right. Your presence in the outskirts will be tolerated. Nothing more.
What about the Surgeborn?
What about them?
Shouldn't we work together to deal with them?
We could use the help.
The Surgeborn are a problem for anyone in the outskirts, not us. Cassidon's Hold is a fortress.
The scouts do head into the outskirts to scavenge for supplies.
We'll take our own precautions. Speaking of, we have pressing matters to attend to.
But
Enough! My word is final.
Bryn, the one that led us here is clearly the one that warned us. Try to talk to him before we leave. Maybe he's willing to work with us.
Will do.
All right. All right. I think this is the perfect stopping point for now. I think next time I'll be playing this again. I'm way too addicted to this game, man.
I lost forever.
Way too addicted. I want to get started with Rise of the Tomb Raider, but this game is just so much fun. It's so good. So good. Yeah. Stopping it right here. Potentially gonna play this again next stream. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all next time. You all have a good one.